Welcome back, people, to Ghost Recon Wildlands. I have not been able to tear myself away from this rifle. I have used this from the beginning, and I'm still using this. I think I'm up to level 18 now on the character, but I do like that sniper rifle. This gun is my second favorite. Used to be my first, but it is my second favorite because the footage that you will see after we get through all this, I have discovered another rifle. And forgive me, I honestly do not remember where I picked this thing up. But the assault rifle I use now is called the Rhino. It has one aspect of it I don't like, and I'll get to that. The 5.7. I've tried two other pistols, and I find myself coming back to the 5.7. Maybe because it's ammo capacity, but that pistol just seems to be working well for me. So I just talked to my intel source, and I have to take out all these guys by myself. Well, in my 3 AIs. So let's get started, shall we? Is now reconned, and the convoy drives by and spots me, which just goofs up everything as far as trying to sneak around. Well, what I discovered by accident, because here I'm just running for my life, is I'm going to come up to this hill. I'm going to come up this hill, and it's going to be actually a decent spot to do this part of the mission. Mainly because of this rifle right here. I said I like this rifle. I haven't been able to get away from this rifle. What I don't like in particular, though, is the scope. I hope to find a different scope for it that magnifies as well as this one does. Because my the eyes just aren't so good. But this one is working well enough, and I will try and get the words out a little bit smoother. Now, something that happens to me when I find a really good spot, or what I think is a really good spot, is I forget one of the rules that I talked about last video, shoot a few guys, and then move to a different location. Now, when I reconned the area, I just looked for baddies. I didn't pay attention to the terrain, so that is something I've started working on more, and I'll explain in some other videos what I mean by, or demonstrate what I'm about to tell you, is paying attention more to the terrain. Actually pick out your avenue of attack and keep in mind what the mission entails. And I have a real good example of that coming up for you in the next video or two, where I'm supposed to kill everybody, not let anybody escape. That's the key. Don't let anybody escape. So I'll bring that to you. So back to the assault rifle. I got away from the one I showed you earlier. What is that? The 4, whatever it was. And this guy right here, which you can see throughout the video, this is called the Rhino. I absolutely like this rifle. It is very good at taking out vehicles. It is very good at shooting through things. The one disadvantage this rifle has is you cannot gunsmith it. You can't add to it, subtract from it, put in your own paint. You can't. It is what it is. And its biggest disadvantage is you can't put a silencer on it. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, because I've got my pistol and my sniper rifle to do my silent killing. And then if I have to go, or when, not if, but when I go hot, that Rhino comes out and it just takes things out, whether they be individuals or people. Now, the Unidad, I gotta find a car right here instead of walking up this trail. I'm gonna start going up the trail, and then I'm like, yeah, let's get a vehicle, get there a little bit quicker. And me turning around here, this is me looking at the mini-map, trying to decide where the vehicle is in relation to me. Alrighty, the ever-popular minivan. Oh, awesome vehicle, right? Yeah, okay. Where was I? I forgot where I was. Oh yeah, the Unidad. As you are well aware of, they are heavily armored. Their body armor works quite well. And I discovered with this rhino, of course, shot placement is important. I can take out 3 Unidad guys with 1 magazine with the proper shot placement. And if I'm not spraying and praying kind of thing. I also caught myself, I had to re-listen to the video actually to find out where I was because I had forgotten my words. And I said the rhino was good for taking out people and individuals. People and vehicles. Vehicles. It's good for taking out vehicles. And you'll see that as we go. Because I have a feeling, things change, but we'll go with this. I have a feeling I'm going to stick with that M40 for the sniper rifle. The pistol I may switch up here and there. And the rhino. There's absolutely no reason for me to get rid of the rhino when I'm comparing it to the weapons I have currently. The stats just aren't there. Things don't penetrate as much. They don't do as much damage. They are better at handling, and they might be a little more accurate. But I will give up a little bit of accuracy, and I will give up a little bit of handling to be able to punch through items and be able to take down armored people quicker and to be able to stop vehicles more easily. So I'll take it. I will be sticking with the rhino for quite some time, if not the entire game. But like I said, situations change. I might get bored with it and decide to try something new. You know, you never know. Now, coming up here is a good example of a one-person operation using a sniper rifle with some decent planning. I'm trying to find out where all the bad guys are, or as many of them as I can. They're in a low spot. So my whole plan, look down here, the whole plan is to stay on that ridge. I can just walk that entire ridge, and the idea is to, or the intent is to shoot everybody in that compound from on top of that ridge. I don't even have to go down there. And I'm hoping I can shoot them without sounding off the alarm, and you'll see how well the plan works. Again, can't get those words out. As I work my way along this ridge here, the future of Ghost Recon Wildlands for me. I like this game. I do like this game. I am getting a little tired of the sneaking around, which seems to be what the game is designed for, a little more sneaking around as opposed to just running gun. But I'll bring you some footage where I get a little frustrated with the sneaking around and I just go in guns a-blazing. And I have one specific example where I think that actually should be the strategy, just go in guns a-blazing. And I'll walk through that in the next video that I do. But as far as the future of this game for me, will I get the season pass? No. Will I get any of the other DLC? Without getting the season pass, will I get the DLC? No. I will wait until there's an extremely screaming good deal on gold, and then maybe I could see getting this. And if I use Battlefield 1 as an example, my goodness, all I had to do was wait, 5 months, 6 months, and I could get it for 40% off, 50% off? What was that sale that Battlefield just had? I'm like, no, I'm just going to be a little patient and see what happens down the road. There is so much to do in this game. Looking at the map, if you zoom out on the map and look how big the map is, I think I'm going to be quite content by the time I finish everything and unlocking all the missions and finally getting to El Sueño. I've got a sneaky hunch, people, and I'm sure you guys have thought the same thing. Your character better be shit hot, good to go when you get to that last boss fight. Is my guess. I'm enjoying a few things about this game a little bit more. Playing some co-op the other day, you run into a dozen guys at a time. The whole screen, the whole mini-map was purple and orange. And I don't remember the town we were in, but it was just vehicle after vehicle after vehicle after vehicle coming in. And it was a lot of fun, and we got spanked hard. There were 4 of us, and we got spanked hard. Mainly because, not that any of us were bad players, but mainly because we did not have a plan that we could stick to. We were not working together very well. So it was completely our fault that we got spanked hard. we weren't able to set up mines quickly. We weren't. It was a cluster and a catastrophe. So let's talk about my character here. What do you think? Male, he's got a burn on his face, got the beard going, the cowboy hat, and when I run with several of my regular guys, 3 of the 4 of us have the cowboy hat. It wasn't planned, it just worked out that way. I went with the flannel shirt for color, just because it's different than your standard military stuff. I'm figuring why walk around in military garb all the time when every once in a while I'm walking down the village with my weapons holstered, hold down the Y, and want to look more like a civilian. You know, ignore the fact that I have a backpack with 2 weapons on it. So anyway, there's my dude. He's got a tattoo on his left arm, I believe it is, the American flag one, which of course you can't see because he's wearing a long sleeve shirt, so I don't know what the point there is. But I went with the male character because I tried the female character out in the beta, and her voice just didn't sound right. Her voice just didn't sound right. Not for the type of game this is. So I went with the male character. And as I clean up the rest of these guys here, something very important to point out, visual aid here, you've got to do 1 shot, 1 kill. 2 guys walk in here, hit the guy in the back first, of course, just like you're hunting geese, and you've got to hit that second guy, and I have no excuse why I missed him. None whatsoever. And as you're well aware of, now alarms could go off. In this scenario, it did not. No alarm went off. But you've got to hit him on the first shot. Also, lead the target. All you have to do, well, I shouldn't say all, but you have to lead and bullet drop. Leading your target and bullet drop. That's all you have to do as far as sniping goes. You don't have to worry about anything else. So this guy's not moving, so he's easy enough. But the guy coming down the hill, I'm going to take several shots to get him because I miss. I'm not leading my target. So lead your target, guys. Good example of what not to do, right? Alrighty, that's all I got for you. I think this is my last one, so thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for watching. And remember, people, to play hard. Life is just too damn short not to. You all take care, and I will see you guys on the next video. Goodbye, all.